Hi everybody, it's Jeff. Just a quick word about next week's event. It's called Working with Death, and it's part of the Reimagine End of Life series of events going on in San Francisco starting April 16th. As I said, we're about a week away. This podcast is set to go live on April 10th, and then the event is on April 18th. So just wanted to remind you to go ahead and get tickets in advance. You can go to the Let's Reimagine .org website and search for the event, or if it's a little easier for you, you can go to our website, storiedsf.com, and there on the homepage, if you scroll down just a little bit, you'll see some more direct links if that's a little bit easier for you. All right, thanks.
I think particularly at a time like now, when people are so pushed to the margins, you know, and the left is in such a terrible mess, because I think that that's true. I think that there is a role for artists to play that's a little bit different, I guess, and musicians.
That was musician Brian Belknap. I'm Jeff, and this is Storied San Francisco. Every week, this podcast features musicians, artists, photographers, bartenders, business owners, and San Franciscans of all walks of life, talking about what it means to live here. It's a way to get to know your neighbors. Welcome to episode 24, part 3. In this podcast, Brian will pay homage to Mike Coykendall, with whom he collaborates often, on a song called Built Right on the Ground. His last song for the podcast will be Marie, which he played at Hotel Utah after coming back from a lengthy musical hiatus. He'll end the episode with some thoughts on what it means to be an artist in San Francisco today. Here's Brian. Just to describe what's going on while Brian's talking, he's got out is that a steel guitar? No.
Yeah, dobro. It's a Showbro, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
You know, a hybrid guitar.
Okay, he's also got a pinky slide on his left pinky. He's got a couple finger picks on his right, and he's got what are those those harmonica things called?
I just call it a rack. I don't know.
A rack, a harmonica rack.
I don't know. This is a song that, I mean, I could play a Mike Coykendall song, but I'm going to play this first song I ever heard him play over at the bottom of the hill.
Okay.
And like with the old Joe Clarks, and that gives me an opportunity to really give it up to Ramon over there, who just, you know, I'm sure you've heard many times, has made such an incredible contribution to the music community then and now, you know. So I went to see Richard Buckner, another one of the people from back then that was just a tremendous songwriter, and you know, one of those people I just kind of came across, you know, through The Guardian, which is gone now too.
Yeah.
They had a little demo of the week thing, and I would follow that, and you know, saw him play over at I guess it's St. Cyprian's now. It was then Noe Valley Ministry. Just a great show, and then Kathy Elton, who kind of managed him early on, or did manage him early on, and I got to know a little bit, was just like, man, you got to come to the show at the bottom of the hill. It's just, the old Joe Clarks are playing there, and they're just, you know, I was all right. So I got over there, got there early, you know, not quite early enough because they'd already started playing. And Mike was playing this song, and I had I had just made a tape, you know, at Ed Jones' studio. For my very first, you know, with Kurt and Kate and some of the other folks I mentioned. And he was playing this song, you know.
Awesome.
And Mike's the kind of guy, and I handed him a tape, and I think it's the only time I've ever had this experience. Like 2 days later, he called me. Wow. And he'd been listening to the tape. And I had gotten his, and I was just like, I'd been listening to his nonstop. We just kind of, you know.
Kismet.
Yeah, it's just one of those things.
Nice.
You know, it's been so, yeah. All right, let me do this little thing here.
said, Donald got on that train, said I never cried till my Donald got on that train. And the tears come down, great God, like drops of rain. Woman of love, don't pay me no, my man, the woman that I'm loving, said you don't pay me no mind. You just keep me worried and bothered all the time. Oh, let me tell you, me no train will do, said, let me tell you what the me no train will do. Take your sugar and blow it smoke at you. Hey, the whiskey don't kill me. I will lose my mind, man. The whiskey don't kill me, said I'm about to lose my mind. Worried, bothered, and I'm drinking all the time. Farewell now, I'm gonna bid this world goodbye. Say farewell, I'm gonna bid this world goodbye. My sweet darling left, I'm gonna give on up to die.
What was that one called?
Built right on the ground.
Built Right on the Ground.
Ted Darby, people should check out Ted Darby's version of it. He put that on a record. God, I'm thinking now I really should have probably played that, Can't We Call It Even, because I recorded that with him.
Sorry, was that one of your? Is that you?
No,
you song?
That's
his
Mike's song.
Okay,
That's a Ted Darby song that Mike played, but
Got
he's got his. This is my version is closer to his than Ted Darby's.
Got it.
I don't know. If Professor Longhair used to say, like, Ted Darby composed it, then between Mike and I, we decomposed it.
Deconstructed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got time for one more for sure. Or if you want to talk,
right.
it's up to you.
Yeah, let me do. You know what?
It's your show.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna play this one last thing here. Let's
Is
see.
that a mandolin? No.
This is a mandolin. Yeah.
Okay.
I hope it's in tune. It probably isn't.
Yeah.
The record.
Right. I already know what it sounds like.
I mean, I guess the caveat. Well, everybody. I mean, it's important to keep the tradition alive, and I understand that. But if you can't make it live, man, what the fuck's the point? I mean, the record's already there.
So Brian has traded his steel guitar now for a mandolin. That's where we are.
Yeah, and this song is the first song I played when I kind of came back after a long break at the Hotel Utah.
Okay.
And J.J. Schultz was on it at the time. People like, Mr. Andrew were playing. Amina Sharif Ali just was, just killing it over there back then. There's a long list of people that kind of came through that place. Kelly McFarlane, Wolf Larson, Megan Keel, whatever. You could go on, Brenda Gitzel. But they really were very, very welcoming to me and made me realize that, kind of even in, increasingly difficult circumstances, really, people just find a way somehow to kind of come together as a community and make music. And that was the community that helped get me, at the Lost Church, up to New Orleans, which
nice.
Was probably the last chapter of my life.
So what era are we talking about? Utah.
This is relatively recent because I took a long break. I was out from '97 to about 2008 when I got
Oh,
evicted
wow.
from my rent-controlled apartment. I needed to make money, so I went back to the streets to play. And I was playing some. I started writing songs again after about 2 years, where I was just really pretty much working my day gig and organizing in my spare time, And that was no longer possible for me to do the way I want. That's another long story.
Okay, and what is this one called?
It's a song called Marie. Yeah, there's just so many amazing people that are out there doing it these days. Would be here all night listing them all. And people who are just really kind to me. And Passenger and Pilot was a band that, no longer around, but just great. And not part of that scene, but, kind of I got to know through hosting a Front Porch series over at I begged them for a long time to come and play my little thing over there at the Lost Church. I finally came across that place, where I make my musical home these days. All right. Yeah, this is a song that kind of introduced me to a new wonderful musical community over to Utah, as I've said before. I guess I just really appreciate, the people who have been so kind to me since I came back. I play that song and I think about Guy Carson, who I just ran into the other day, who was just so, just did so much for the scene too, for so many years. And Martin Rapolsky over at the Makeout Room,
Yep.
who gave me shows when, because people don't, 10 years is a long time, especially in this business. And I've been back out in the street, but I hadn't been, in the club scene. And, he let me back up over there and,
Nice.
put my CDs out over there and whatnot. And yeah, so I guess it's mostly just gratitude to all the musicians and, who've just been really so supportive. Oh, and in so many generations of the scene,
Iterations
is probably better.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, both
I suppose. Yeah, both, literally in some cases, and I just feel grateful to be part of such a rich musical culture here, and I think especially today with the people that are doing it today, there's an extra burden that they bear. Back when, I was just talking to someone the other day, and I had an apartment or a room in an apartment for $187. You could put it together differently.
Yeah.
Now, the hustle is just a lot harder, and the margins are a lot smaller. And I think that the people that manage to bear up under that, they deserve more than they're getting. I'll tell you that. So maybe keep that in mind when the tip jar goes around at a club, or when it seems like a little bit hard to, get out and get that extra $5 out to, pay for that ticket, because people put their heart and souls into this stuff, and I'm grateful that they do. And I try to get out as much as I can. And I guess the very last word is to folks like, Brett and Lizzie over at the Lost Church, who just continue to create a space for people that, who have really blossomed in their career and who are just starting out, and understand that the one supports the other. There's not so much of that around these days.
Right.
And I think they really are true. I really think the Lost Church is true to the spirit
Patrons
of San Francisco.
They are the definition of
Yeah.
They and others like them.
I think so.
Absolutely.
So go see your favorite band there.
If you want to see Brian perform live, he'll be having a record release party on May 11th at Brick and Mortar. All music on this episode is by Brian Belknap. Film photography is by Michelle Kilfetter. Follow Storied San Francisco on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Our website is storiedsf.com, and you can email us at storiedsf@gmail.com. Thanks for listening. Check back next week for some San Francisco Giants stories from cameraman and fan Josh Keppel.